Don't look now, but the Chicago Bears are in sole possession of first place in the NFC North. Let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL. Here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, guys, please do hit that subscribe button down below and make sure to hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. So yes, folks, the Bears right now, after 11 weeks, after 10 games, are in first place in the NFC North. If you had told me that before the season, I would have called you crazy. I would have said you're being a little too optimistic, but here we are. The Bears are indeed first place in the NFC North. So let's just talk about the fact that, you know, there's been a lot of sort of critics out there saying that, hey, you know, the Bears have had a relatively easy schedule. And, you know, are they the worst team that is 7-3, you know, what have you. Again, stuff that I've seen on social media. And my point or my rebuttal to that would be, look, first of all, you can only play what's on your schedule. If you want to go ahead and say, hey, the Bears are not a legitimate threat to do anything in the playoffs and, you know, there's much better teams, so be it. That's fine. I feel that way about the Patriots, who are 9-2 at this point, right? So it is what it is. But my point is, the expectations this season were never to be first place in the NFC North after 11 weeks. Like, Bears fans, Bears reporters, Bears media, Bears, again, fans in general did not expect this team to be where they are right now. That is credit to Ben Johnson. That is credit to Caleb Williams. Credit to this defense, this coaching staff, this team in general for being able to go ahead and do this. And in the fashion they've done it, man, this team is resilient. This team is confident. This team has a certain swagger about them that just emanates confidence, especially late in games. That's why we've been able to win so many of these late games. And it's just crazy to me because, you know, and we talked about, you know, credit to the entire team, but Ben Johnson's arrival literally just changed everything. I mean, literally just changed everything. I tweeted out, thank you, Ben Johnson, for saving my life. Obviously being hyperbolic there, but literally my football life with my team, the Bears, like, we were a laughing stock for the better part of the last 5 years. We were a joke. We were not looked at as serious. And now you are in first place in the best division in football, arguably, right? With teams like the Lions, who people believe are Super Bowl contenders, the Packers, who people believe are Super Bowl contenders. That same division, you are leading, all right? A little bit more than halfway through the season. That is a huge credit to what the Bears have done. And I just mentioned about the Patriots, right? Like, I would give the same credit to them. Even if you think the Bills are the best team in the division, it is what it is. You know, the saying goes, you are what your record says you are. Well, the Bears are 7-3 in first place. Now the question also becomes, can they stay in first place, right? It's awesome to get there, but can you stay there? Like, at this point, you know, we're playing with house money, you know. I thought, you know, we're going to be a wild card team, and we very well could be. I'm just saying, like, I didn't think we'd be in the position we are now. But now that you're here, can you actually do it? And the Bears, in their 7 remaining games, the way I look at it, we have an absolute gauntlet of a schedule remaining. All right, we play a lot of good teams. A lot of good teams. You play the Packers twice, you play the Lions, you play the Eagles, you play a lot of good teams. Well, in the next 7 games, I believe for the Bears to have a legitimate shot at winning the division, they need to win at least 4 of their next 7 games. That's the number right there. 4 of their next 7 games. They win 4 of their next 7 games. They finish the season 11-6, and I feel like that's a pretty good record for you to be able to win the division and secure a playoff spot. So taking a look at their schedule for the next 7 games, you got the Steelers up next, and I believe that Aaron Rodgers is not going to play in that game, which would be a huge advantage for the Chicago Bears. So let's say you win that matchup. And then after that, you play the Eagles on Black Friday. That probably is going to be a loss. They're the defending Super Bowl champs for a reason. Then you play the Packers in Green Bay. And then you also play the Packers later on in the season. Regardless of which game it is, you got to take at least one game. At least one game. And the Packers have looked very vulnerable this season. They have not looked like the world beaters people thought they were going to be, especially after the Micah Parsons trade. I think they beat them in Chicago at home. It's hard to play at Lambeau and win at Lambeau, so I'll say they lose that game, but they win again at home in Chicago. Then you have the Browns after the Packers game. You should beat the Browns. Browns are not a good football team. They have an elite defense, but they have a pretty terrible offense and just overall not a great team. You should be able to beat the Browns. Then after that, again, you play the Packers. I mentioned that. You got to split it 1-1. And then you close out the season against the 49ers and against the Lions. You got to win at least one of those games. My prediction is the Bears win the last game of the season against the Lions. Ben Johnson gets that revenge against Detroit after they beat us early in the season. San Fran's looking like a very good football team. Brock Purdy's back. You're playing on the road in San Fran, so that's probably going to be a very tough game, and they probably lose that game. So that right there with wins over the Steelers, the Packers, the Lions, and the Browns, 4 wins right there puts you at 11-6 on the season, and I think that would be good enough to win the NFC North. So I would love that, man, but at this point, I'm just happy to be here. I know I should want more, honestly, but man, oh man, does it feel good to have a competent football team? Does it feel good to have a competent head coach, a competent quarterback? Like, it feels so damn good. The Bears are in first place in the NFC North. Let's enjoy it. Let me know what you guys think about that. Leave a comment down below. Do you agree with me that 4 wins is what it would take? Do you think the Bears can win the division? I think they can. Let me know down below in the comments as always. Thanks for watching.